Have you ever looked at a person and thought, man, this guy is one workplace accident away from becoming either humanity's last hope or an HR nightmare? Well, welcome to Kaiju number 8. So relax, get your snacks, and watch while I analyze this anime where job security involves a gun the size of a minivan and a middle management might literally eat you if you're not careful. Well, let's break down the plot of an anime with the kaiju-sized emotional damage, and oh, don't worry, I'll keep the analysis sharp enough to cut through Kafka's self-esteem issues. But you might be wondering who Kafka is. To summarize the plot briefly, there are these giant monsters called kaiju that keep showing up uninvited, and humanity fights back with equally oversized weapons. But someone gotta clean up the very squishy aftermath. When we first get into the anime, we are introduced to Kafka Hibino, a 32 years old guy working in kaiju cleanup duty. That's right, the Shonen Jump protagonist pipeline has finally opened up for someone over 30. The anime industry is evolving, yeah. Kafka dreams of joining the defense force to fight kaiju's director, but instead of an aspiring training arc, he gets food poisoning. Yes, from a monster. You might call this a nature blessing, or more like he ate a literal kaiju, and that's that. He died. I'm just kidding. Just like that, he become the kaiju, the number 8. He might be a walking nightmare for some, but debatably he is humanity's best bet for survival. When we look at the character Kafka, his arc is less of a hero journey and more of like, oops, I did it again, but hey, it works. He literally became OP accidentally. And now, let's meet the squad. First up, we got the GOAT, Kafka Hibino. He was a kaiju janitor turned kaiju. He got a big heart, he got determination, but most importantly, he got the survival instinct of a caffeinated toddler operating a mecha. He has a strong character and a durable body with an emotional stability of a protagonist in episode 23 or 24 of an anime. Next up, we got Minna Ashiro. Her character is defined by being the defensive force captain, a professional kaiju slayer, and an official poster girl for if looks could kill, you'd already be dead. Look, from one cultured man to another, I would confidently say that Minna doesn't miss shots, or deadlines, or opportunities to emotionally devastate Kafka with just one look. Next up on the list, we got Kikoru Shinomiya, the teen prodigy, son of one of potentially the strongest characters in Kaiju Slayer, Aizawa Shinomiya, but that is for later discussions. She is an elite soldier and living proof that rich kids with daddy issues is an unshakable anime archetype. Not only does she fight kaijus, but she financially ruins them. If a kaiju owed her money, it would fake its own death. Together, they are humanity's last line of defense and also an intentional sitcom waiting to happen. Now we're done with that segment. Now let's talk about the real showstopper, the fights. Oh, sweet crunchy violence paired with Sakuga animation. The animation is so clean, it could make an animator cry tears of joy. When you look at the transformation sequence, it feels like it comes from its own. Do not attempt at home, warning label. Take a look at the Mina fights. It feels like she legally required to look cool at all times. The aura farming is literally crazy, by the way, and she's badass. I guess it's in her contract or something. And Kikoru, she's what happens when nepotism is actually I deserve to be here. These fights aren't just flashy, they carry emotional weight. Every punch Kafka throws isn't just aimed at the kaiju, it might be aimed at his crippling sense of guilt. Talk about a therapy but make it punchy. Kafka's struggle isn't just with the monsters outside, it is also with the monsters within. It's a fight for identity, acceptance, and maybe, just maybe, a little respect. On the other hand, there is Mina carrying the responsibility so heavy, it's honestly impressive her spine hasn't given out yet. Overall, Kaiju number 8 asks an important question. What makes someone a monster? Is it how they look, or is it the choices they make? And more importantly, how many Kaiju and Kafka can punch before needing a snack break? And yeah, my final verdict for Kaiju number 8, should you watch it or not, is obviously yes, what you're doing if you're not watching it right now. Go watch it. It's a well-written characters, it is a perfect blend of monster battles and human heart. An emotional gut-wrenching scene that hit harder than a kaiju uppercut. And hey, it might inspire you to chase your dreams, or at least clean up after yourself a little better. I can smell your room from over here, you stinky boy. So yeah, that's about it for today. I'm thinking on talking about other characters in later parts, so if you wanna see content about that, like this video and subscribe for more. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm off to practice my own kaiju transformations. Just make sure to keep the defense forces on a speed dial, okay? Alright.